We're following the latest from Lagos, Nigeria, Africa's most populous city, where protests against police brutality and specifically a notorious unit called the Special Anti-Robbery Squad have turned violent with reports of multiple deaths. Video showing armed units firing at groups of protesters, the shocking scenes leading to an international outcry.
It began as a peaceful protest. By the time the night was done, the streets were full of anger.
I was in my house sleeping around 2 a.m. in the midnight when they came starting to scatter everywhere in my area. Answers! Answers! Answers!
Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, was taken to hospital after slumping forward during the session.
The commissioner broke down in tears, saying that the state had lost the entire content of the medical store, adding that office equipment and immunization cards were not spared.
Fashola found the camera and picked it up with a handkerchief. He reportedly handed it over to the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The minister was quoted to have said the camera must have been planted there by some subversive elements, and it will help with the ongoing investigations into the shootings at the Lekki tollgate.
There was pandemonium in Nigeria's National Assembly today as security agents fired tear gas in an attempt to block the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, from entering the complex. Some lawmakers who accompanied Tambuwal protested the treatment meted out to the Speaker. They scaled over the gate of the Assembly to gain entry into the premises.
I seek a Nigeria of calm, peace, and bliss. A country devoid of any form of corrupt practice, and that is transparency in the civil service, the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and the police. I seek a country whose police force will practice what they preach, that bail is free and corruption is a leech. I seek a country where governors and senators will understand the true meaning of sacrifice, and the president will know that failed promises is tantamount to telling lies. I seek a country where our rights will be respected and protected, upheld and preserved by the people whom we elected. I seek a country where education is available for all, and by all I mean including those who lack the wherewithal. I seek a country where foreign loans become a thing of our ignorant past, where we work intentionally to build structures that last. I wish the discount artists will stop taking us for fools, lying straight up to our faces as if we never went through school, acting scripts and making excuses, crocodile tears in a bid to use us, but we are smarter, we know better, and we crave a greater Nigeria. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, and I hope the words I speak are not simply misconstrued. I'm just in pain.
I am in severe pain.
I seek a country where government officials will not abuse public office or see it as an opportunity to enrich their purses through faulty blueprints and economic policies, deceive the citizens with vain words and empty promises. I seek a country where our human and our natural resources can be harnessed for the betterment of the masses. A country where we all join forces, unite our voices, regardless of tribe, beliefs, and religious differences. Put an end to this crisis that's almost tearing us to pieces. The citizens, we are the oases and the oases of hope. And if only we could speak up and come to our senses and realize that this decay has been for ages. Graft and corruption has become some sort of disease that has eaten deep into our fabrics. Yes, it's possible for us to join the League of Developed Economies, to brandish our trophies, but first, there has to be a release of conscience and power, state by state, province by province, not depending on a bailout from foreign bodies, or selling our votes for bags of rice and beans to greedy politicians who tell us cock and bull stories, who fight to win an election by all means, simply to embezzle funds and public monies to be shared amongst themselves and their self-centered cronies. Let's use our heads. Let the youth realize that they can be the genesis, the beginning of great things, for a vibrant youth is one of the indices that is used to measure a land of promise. Let's think ahead. Nigeria is like a man that needs to burn calories, shed up some fat and trouble in excesses. She's like a wife that should let go of the malice, forgive her husband and make up with hugs and kisses. Nigerians, at this point I round up this piece. Just know that we can grow, we can glow, together we can do this. This is no hypothesis but can be put into actual practice, and remember that the end justifies the means. I see, I speak, and I believe. Peace.
And to think systematically and constructively. Up to now, it is the habit with many of us to approach the titanic, intricate, and pressing problems of our country with blameworthy casualness. But it is the habit with many of us to approach the titanic, intricate, and pressing problems of our country with blameworthy casualness. But it is the habit with many of us to approach the titanic, intricate, and pressing problems of our country with blameworthy casualness. insufficient study and research, loose and desultory thinking, supercilious complacency, deep-seated prejudices, and insensate partisanship.